Well, it's not every day that I get to interview a real clown. So it's Robyn Levin with real stories and real people. And today I'm very excited to be sharing with you Aaron Watkins, Sailor, Circus, Clown Coach, and Circus Arts in Healthcare Program Manager. Hello there.
Hello, Robyn.
You also are known as Joe King.
Joe King is my alter ego. Just joking.
There we go, off to a good start. So let me first tell you a little bit about Aaron. He has laughed with people all over the world, from the White House to China and Dubai to the Ringling brothers. And I know that you're also involved with the Big Apple in New York City. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I started off my career in New York with the Big Apple Circus in a program called the Clown Care Unit. And the Clown Care Unit was a pioneering healthcare, humor and healthcare unit. We went into hospitals all over the city, dressed up as doctors and nurses, and we would do phony operations on the pediatric patients there. And it was all kind of based on Norman Cousins' work of how humor is really a healing thing. And so we worked in, there were at least a dozen hospitals. It started off very small. When I joined, there were only, I believe, 6 clowns doing this. And it has blossomed over the years into more than 100 clowns worldwide, not just in New York.
Wow, outstanding. How about that, to have a career making people laugh? I love that.
Me too.
And speaking of that, let's see, you also, you directed the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's pretty cool.
Well, not the whole parade.
Oh, well.
but I did direct the clowns for several years. And the Macy's employees are actually the only people who aren't big-time celebrities who are allowed to be in the parade. So it's a huge deal for them, and it was a lot of fun.
Excellent. And now in Sarasota, you are also making people laugh in the senior community. So let's hear a little bit more about that.
Yes, currently I'm working with the Circus Arts Conservatory. I'm the program manager, as you mentioned before, of Circus Arts and Healthcare. And we take our show to people who can't necessarily to get to see our programs. We have a multitude of programs with the Circus Arts Conservatory, including Circus Sarasota, which is our one-ring international professional circus. You'll see the big top pitched up at University Town Center every February.
Yes, outstanding. I love it.
We also are we produce the Sailor Circus, which is the oldest youth circus in the entire country. More than 70 years this circus has been going on.
Wow.
And we have kids from elementary school all the way through high school. And when you see the Sailor Circus show, you don't say, "Oh, isn't that cute?" You say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe those kids are doing that stuff."
Yeah.
And you forget they're even kids, because they do everything from high wire walking to rolling globes, juggling, trapeze, flying trapeze. It's an amazing show.
Amazing.
Yeah. The entire purpose of our program is to spread joy. Mm-hmm. It's a proven fact that people laughing their brains generate all kinds of chemicals that are good for you in all kinds of ways. Everything from your heart to your lungs to your brain. There's no drawback to laughing. It's the perfect cure.
Absolutely. Talk to us a little bit about how that affects seniors and some of the studies that with dementia that people are suffering from. I know you bring joy to everybody, but how's that affected?
Right. Well, we try to engage all the residents at the communities that we visit. It's not that we just go and we stand up on the stage and we do a show and they laugh. It's totally engaging. We actually try to involve all of the senses. Of course, there's sight and sound. We play a lot of music. We tell jokes, but we also get them involved with their senses of taste and smell. Our show is calendar based. So, for instance, this month was National Fruitcake Toss Month.
Okay.
Take your
Should
old
I duck?
duck. Where? So we passed out samples of fruitcake. And we had people taste them, smell them, and then at the end we threw them around the room. We had a long distance fruitcake toss contest.
Very nice.
And so they're not just sitting and watching a show.
You get them involved and help them.
We get them totally involved.
Right.
When I worked with pediatrics, we would go from room to room in the hospital and entertain just one child at a time and their families and perhaps the staff. But in senior care these days, the whole philosophy is to get people out of their rooms. Don't let them just sit in there and atrophy, for lack of a better word.
Right.
We try to establish a community. Surprisingly, reading is one of the last faculties to go if you have dementia or Alzheimer's disease. It surprised me. So we print up jokes, and the residents read them to each other. One will read the joke,
Oh, that's
the other
wonderful.
will read the punchline. Yeah, so we involve them that way. And then the third type of connection that we try to make is actually connecting the person back to themselves, because with dementia and Alzheimer's, that's a connection that it gets farther and farther away as people forget who they are and their memories. We don't ever go in and say, oh, do you remember this? Because that can really frustrate them.
Right, I'm sure.
So we'll say, we'll give them a piece of fruitcake. In this particular example, and most people have bad memories of fruitcake.
That's so true. We were just talking about that over the holidays.
Yeah. But depending on whatever we have for that particular show, we'll say, okay, so smell this, taste it. How do you feel about that? Mm-hmm. And then some people will come back with memories. Oh, I remember my grandmother used to make her own fruitcake.
Right.
And it was, it takes them back to a time where they actually do remember without saying, okay, we're putting you on the spot. What do you remember about this?
You don't make them feel bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And he also has some exciting news to be sharing about a panel you're going to be on, a humor panel at the Lifelong Learning Expo.
Oh, is that like a solar panel?
I don't think so. Tell us about the humor panel. Well, but don't give too much away because we want them to come.
Shh. Make sure you come. It's going to be myself. It will be Les McCurdy from McCurdy's Comedy Club. It will be Will Loria from Florida Studio Theater, who runs their improv program, and several other surprise guests.
Yes.
And you can find out about the entire thing by visiting
suncoastlifelonglearning.org. That's a mouthful, but go to suncoastlifelonglearning.org. And we'll be seeing Joking,
absolutely,
Aaron, and so many others. So come out and explore and meet all these fun folks and learn a lot. Hope to see you there. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for being here.
Thanks, Robyn.
All righty. Bye for now.